Hello and welcome to BYJU'S IAS, presenting to you the daily quiz for 7th of July 2021. Let us begin and have a look at the first question for today. Question number 1. Which of the given statements with respect to Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is or are correct? The dam, when completed, will be the largest hydroelectric dam in Africa. It is being constructed on River Sobat, a tributary of River Nile. It has become a matter of contention between Ethiopia and Egypt. Before we discuss the answer, let us have a look at the context. This article in the Hindu newspaper today states that Ethiopia has started the second phase of filling Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam's reservoir. And this event has sparked tensions between Ethiopia, Egypt and Sudan. This very contention on the issue of this dam is not new. It has been going on for decades between Ethiopia, Egypt and also with the involvement of Sudan. Now both these countries, that is Egypt and Sudan, have sought UN Security Council's intervention in this matter. Now let us talk about the dam. GERD is a $5 billion project and will be the largest hydroelectric dam in Africa on its completion. Now coming to the location. The dam is located in Ethiopia on the river Blue Nile, which is a tributary of River Nile, the longest river in the world. So why is this dam a matter of contention? Like we discussed before, this contention has been going on for very long now. The issue over Nile River has been a source of conflict between the upper and downstream countries. Among all these countries that share the river Nile, Ethiopia and Egypt are most at stake. Why? Because Egypt is a desert nation and it relies on the river for majority of its freshwater needs. On the other hand is Ethiopia. Ethiopia is keen to develop its vast potential for hydroelectricity generation through this particular dam. So the dam has become a matter of contention between Ethiopia, Egypt with Sudan caught in between, and this has given rise to diplomatic tensions. Now let us go back and answer this question. Statement number 1 is correct. This will become the largest hydroelectric dam in Africa after its completion. Statement number 2 is wrong because it is being constructed on the river Blue Nile and not River Sobat. And statement number 3 is correct because it is a matter of contention between Ethiopia and Egypt. So the right answer would be option C, 1 and 3 only. Moving on to question number 2. The term safe harbour immunity seen in news refers to option A, agreement between India-Sri Lanka providing immunity to fishermen entering into each other's territorial waters. Option B, immunity offered to social media intermediaries from criminal liability. Option C, immunity from quarantine rules in EU countries for holders of Green Pass. Option D, governmental immunity from taxation by state governments in the areas of overlapping tax jurisdiction. Let us first look at the context. The term safe harbour immunity is in news in relation to the hotly debated IT rules of 2021. That is the Information Technology Rules of 2021. So what's latest? The High Courts in Delhi, Bombay, Madras and Kerala are hearing the petitions against the rules. Therefore, the central government has asked the Supreme Court to transfer all the pending cases questioning the validity of these rules in different high courts to itself. The government had asked all the significant social media intermediaries to comply with the rules, and the microblogging site Twitter has failed to comply with these rules. The government had warned that if the social media platforms do not comply with these rules, they would be deprived of their safe harbour immunity. Let us go back to the question to understand safe harbour immunity. The right answer to this question would be option B. So let us now understand this term. Generally, these social media intermediaries or social media platforms do not have editorial control over the content. That is, they cannot edit the content posted by the users, right? That is why countries are encouraged to enact something called as safe harbour protections. This offers immunity to intermediaries from criminal liability because they are not directly involved in posting such content. In India, the safe harbour provisions have been defined under Section 79 of the Information Technology Act. And according to the new IT rules, in case due diligence is not followed by these social media intermediaries, this safe harbor immunity will not be provided to them. As we've discussed, the right answer to this question is option B. Moving on to question number 3. Mazar-e-Sharif, often in news, is located in option A, Israel, option B, Afghanistan, option C, Iran, option D, Syria. Places that are frequently in the news are important for the prelims exam, and Mazar-e-Sharif is one such place that is in news today. Both these articles in the Hindu newspaper make a mention of this city in Afghanistan. Mazar-e-Sharif is the capital of Balkh province in Afghanistan. We all know that the US and NATO are all set to withdraw its troops stationed in Afghanistan by 9/11, that is September 11th. And these articles talk about the latest developments in Afghanistan in this particular backdrop. So the right answer to this question would be option B, Afghanistan. Moving on to question number 4. Which of the following directive principles of state policy ensures constitutional privileges on women in India? Option A, Article 42, option B, Article 48, option C, Article 49, or option D, Article 50. All these articles are directive principles of state policy, that is DPSPs, under Part 4 of the Indian Constitution. And the right answer to this question is option A, Article 42. Why this question? This article in the Hindu newspaper today says that the crime against women has increased in the national capital. It is 2021, yet violence and crime against women continues to be an obstacle not only for India but across the globe. It is an impediment in achieving equality, development, peace, and also fulfillment of women's human rights. Many measures have been taken globally by international organizations, civil society organizations, and also the governments to keep a check on this particular issue. An Indian constitution also has many provisions to ensure gender equality as well as to provide some privileges for women. And one such provision is Article 42, which is also a DPSP. Article 42 directs the states to make provisions to ensure just and humane conditions at workplace for women and also ensure that they have maternity relief. Whereas Article 48 talks about prohibition of slaughter of cattle and to improve their breeds. It also directs the states to organize agriculture and animal husbandry on modern and scientific lines. Article 49 intends to protect monuments, places and objects that are of national importance. And Article 50 talks about separation of judiciary from the executive. Therefore, option A would be the right answer. Before we move on to the next question, here is a task. Let us know in the comment section below which are some of the constitutional provisions in India that ensure gender equality. Or let us know of the legal provisions that act as measures of positive discrimination in favor of women. Now let us take up a previous year question paper from Prelims paper 2017. The term Digital Single Market Strategy seen in the news refers to option A, ASEAN, option B, BRICS, option C, EU, or option D, G20. The answer to this question is option C, EU. In the year 2015, the European Union coined this term Digital Single Market Strategy. This intended at removing the virtual borders to boost digital connectivity, to make it easier for consumers to access cross-border online content. The strategy aimed to fit EU's single market for the digital age concept. And this term was yet again in use in the year 2016 because of the Brussels summit. So the right answer to this question would be European Union. Now let us look at the fact of the day, which is Tele-Law scheme. The Tele-Law program is in news because it has crossed the 9 lakh beneficiaries mark. It has helped 9 lakh beneficiaries avail the services provided by Tele-Law initiative. So what is this initiative? Tele-Law means the use of communications as well as information technology for the delivery of legal information or legal advice. It is a program by the government where people can seek legal advice from lawyers through video conferencing available at common service centers on the platform known as Tele-Law portal. That is, people can directly go to a CSE and receive legal aid. Basically, it will become easier for them to access legal aid services because they will be available through common service centers which are located even in the remotest of villages. So these CSEs are set up at panchayat levels. They will connect the beneficiary with the paralegal volunteers. And these paralegal volunteers will connect the beneficiary to the lawyers. To provide this service, Department of Justice has partnered with NALSA, that is National Legal Services Authority, and the CSE E-Governance Service India Limited. Why is this initiative significant? Because this helps in offering legal service or assistance to the needy people. It helps in offering legal service to those who are otherwise deprived of access to such services. And these services are provided over telephone and as well as video conferencing. So what is the aim of the Tele-Law scheme? The whole concept was planned out to facilitate delivery of legal service. This service is free for those eligible for free legal aid under Section 12 of Legal Services Authority Act of 1987. For example, women, children, victims of trafficking, etc. For the others, a nominal fee of ₹30 is charged. And at present, the scheme is operational across 633 districts across the country. Please remember that the Tele-Law initiative was launched by the Ministry of Law and Justice in collaboration with the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. And the Tele-Law scheme is a step towards strengthening free legal aid in India. Here's another task. Through the Tele-Law scheme, we spoke about making available legal aid and legal services to the needy as well as the poor. Let us know which DPSP, that is Directive Principles of State Policy, intends to promote equal justice and to provide free legal aid to the poor. That is all for today. Thank you for being with us. Keep watching and keep learning.